If you've decided to buy into Milwaukee's battery system, congratulations, that's a great choice. But how do you enter? M12, M18? Do you want to go fuel? Do you want to go compact brushless? Well, we've got several options here for you, and these are all very, very common ways to get into Milwaukee's battery platforms. It's a drill and impact driver combo. These are all brushless. There's also an entry-level brush set that you can get if you want to. We're just going to walk you through each one of these and show you exactly what we think about them and who's the right user for each one. So hang on, there's going to be a lot of information. So let's start over here with the M12 Fuel Combo. Now, first of all, if you're new to Milwaukee, when you see the word fuel on there, that means this is going to be the top of the line. So for the M12 battery system, this is the top of the line drill and impact driver combo. Let's start over here, and you can see that the M12 battery is very different from the M18 batteries we have over here. Running at 10.8 volts nominal or 12 volt max, which is where it gets the M12 name. And these have a smaller capacity, and they're also going to be lighter weight. So when you add the battery to the bare tool weight, it's going to have less of an impact than it is on these larger batteries that are going on. Let's start with our hammer drill. So notice we've got a nice compact form factor, good ergonomic handle, and we have a lot of things you would normally see on a drill. We have a 2-speed gearbox up here. You can switch between hammer drilling and your clutch mode over here. So all that slides through, and of course this is a well-built tool. It's from Milwaukee. All these have a 5-year warranty. We expect that kind of quality on them. Now, as far as specifications go, when you're looking at how to compare these head-to-head, so this drill is going to be 450 RPM in its low gear, and in that low gear it's also going to be able to give you 400 inch-pounds of torque. Now if you flip it up into high gear, you're looking at 1500 RPM. And that's also going to go with a 22,500 blow rate when you're using hammer mode. Now, as far as the length goes, you're looking at just 5.9 inches across the head, and the tool by itself is 2.2 pounds. And whether you're using this larger extended capacity battery or the compact one that we've got in the impact driver, again, that working weight impact is going to be less than putting one of these larger M18 batteries on there. Let's go ahead and flip over to our impact driver, and you can see just how much more compact this smaller battery makes the whole tool in your hand. Your mode changes are going to be up here. So you get 3 standard modes, and then you've got a self-tapping screw mode to help you out. And one thing that is really nice on this is you have tri-LED lights here on the front, and this does a much better job of eliminating shadows than you would if you had it on the foot of the tool or right below right above the trigger right here. As far as specifications go, this is a 3-speed impact driver, so you've got 1700 RPM on the low end, 2900 in the middle, and 3600 on the top end. That's going to come with a 4000 IPM impact rate and 1500 inch-pounds of torque. Now, as far as the size goes, notice this is much more compact. It's 5 inches from tip to tail, and the tool by itself weighs just 1.6 pounds. Most of the time, people moving on to the M12 platform are doing that because of the other tools that are on that system. For the most part, think of M12 as being your compact tools, in addition to a lot of products that were hand tools that Milwaukee has made powered by adding a battery and either brushed or brushless motors. There's a lot of automotive hand tools like cordless ratchets, things like that, that are on that M12 system. There's inspection tools like thermal cameras and even borescopes that are on that system. As far as 12-volt systems go, Milwaukee's got a massive platform of compatible tools. But if it's higher performance that is the majority of the work that you're doing, that's when you want to look at stepping up to the M18 platform. So we're going to start here with this compact brushless drill and impact driver set. Now, notice I didn't say M18 Fuel. This is not a fuel product, but it is still brushless. And just real quick, when they say compact, note what they mean, because even compared to the M12 drill here, this is a really compact product. And as far as the M18 system goes, these are going to be the most compact drill and impact driver set that you're going to be able to get your hand on. So the drill, again, 2-speed gearbox. You're going to be able to switch between your clutch and your driving mode right here. But notice, no hammer mode on this one. The hammer drill version of this is one of the upgrades you can get. It's just not in a combo kit. Now, as far as performance goes, you're looking at 550 RPM on the low end, and that's going to go with 550 inch-pounds of torque. If you flip it up into high gear, you're looking at 1700 RPM. So those numbers are higher than the M12 numbers that we saw before. Now, as far as the length goes, this is actually a little bit more compact. It's only 5.7 inches, and the tool by itself weighs 2.3 pounds. Working weight between these two, it's going to be a little bit higher on this because This is a larger capacity battery than we had on the M12, so it's going to be a little bit heavier. Now the impact driver, and just notice in my hand how compact this thing really is. It's light, it's well balanced. As far as the specs go on it, you're going to get 3,600 RPM out of the top. You're going to get 4,000 impacts per minute as the impact rate, and you're going to get 1,700 inch-pounds of torque. 4.4 inches across the head, so it's more than half an inch shorter than the M12 version. It's 1.7 pounds, and as far as performance goes, this is a performance upgrade from what we saw on the M12 line. Great middle ground if you don't need the highest performance possible. But a lot of us do need the highest performance possible, and that's where we're going to turn to M18 Fuel. Okay, so this is the Gen 4 for both of these tools, and you can see comparatively much larger, but it's also got much higher performance. So on here, we still have a 2-speed gearbox, and the drill that comes in the kit is the hammer drill. So we've got our hammer mode, our driving mode, and our clutch. But notice these do come with bigger batteries. It's going to have a higher working weight in addition to the higher tool weight. As far as the basic specs on this product goes, you're looking at 500 RPM on the low end. You're looking at 2,100 RPM on the high end with 33,000 blows per minute in hammer drilling mode. So much, much higher chiseling action than we had on the M12, and 1,400 inch-pounds of torque. So if you remember back, that's 1,000 inch-pounds more than we saw on M12, and it's about 850 more than we saw with the compact brushless. So much stronger tool. Now, the impact driver, and if you look at this, if you're familiar with 18 and 20 volt max, you can already see this is pretty compact. And even compared to our compact brushless, as far as the length goes, it's not much longer, but you can see it's got a bigger diameter. And I can tell just by holding it, it's a heavier tool. Now, as far as the specs on this go, now you're looking at 1,700 RPM on the low end, 3,000 in the middle, and 3,900 RPM at the top end. That's going to go with 4,400 impacts per minute and 2,000 inch-pounds of torque. So much, much higher performance than we saw with the other ones. You're looking at a tool that's 4.5 inches long. So really, it's just 1/10 of an inch longer than our compact brushless model. And the tool weight is 2.2 pounds. That's about half a pound more than a compact brushless. Plus, again, if you're using that extended capacity battery, then you're going to have the extra weight of that. Now, I promised we were going to talk about One Key, and these are One Key models. Now, if you're not familiar with what Milwaukee One Key is, it basically is a smart tool technology, and there's a lot that goes into it. Now, if you're a crib manager at a major tool company and you're taking care of hundreds or even thousands of tools, it'll help with your inventory management. It will help you track your tools. It's even got functions in there that will help you know who you've assigned those tools to, if it's a particular person or if it's a particular job. But if you're more the type of general contractor and you're one-man crew or small crew and you're thinking about One Key, what this does, I'll bring up the app here, is it connects to the tools through Bluetooth. And you can see right here on the screen, I can see where the tool is. It gives me an address. Every time somebody with One Key comes along, the tool senses it and it updates its location in the mesh network. And then you've got all kinds of information. A lot of this on the front screen here is for the crib managers, and it's, again, who you've assigned it to, what job it's assigned to, things like that. But where this comes in handy for other people is you've got customizable controls for both of these tools in there. So you can do things like set each one of those electronic modes to a specific RPM that you want to use. You can set things like how you want the kickback control on the hammer drill to come into play, how fast you want the trigger to respond when you pull it. All kinds of things in there, so you can really customize for the job. If you think about it, it's great, right? Because you got different jobs going on all the time. You got one guy, he might be driving large structural screws with his impact driver. Another one might be driving drywall screws. They have very different needs, and they can customize those modes exactly how they want them. So you can get this kit with or without the One Key function on it. Let's talk about price real quick, because that's an important part of the equation as well. And with these different performance levels and different battery systems, we do have different price points. Now, the M12 Fuel system that we looked at over here, with these batteries, it's going to be $229. And if you were thinking to yourself, man, I really like that compact brushless set, a little bit higher performance, M18 battery system, it's not that much more, $239, just a $10 difference between these two sets. Now, if you want the highest performance and the best features that are available from Milwaukee on the M18 Fuel Combo, you're looking at $379 for the kit without One Key or $449 with it. No matter which one of these sets you decide to buy, they're covered by a 5-year warranty on the tools. Plus, you have the pride of owning Milwaukee Tools, and who doesn't love that? Now, if you want more information, Austin's going to leave links in the description to all of these products so you can compare them even more closely if you'd like to. And if you have any questions or feedback for us, please leave that in the comments below, and as always, thanks for watching.